There aren't giant armies of militant soldiers with guns and stuff ready to take down threats like demons and whatever else creeps in the night. This is still an early enough period that the main weapon you'll find at anyone's side is a blade. Now, there are other small types of weapons that we'll see along our story, but primarily what allows someone to have the power to take on a demon is the power of their breath. Now, that sounds really weird, thinking that the show is just a bunch of samurai breathing on demons, but it gets a bit deeper than that. You see, the special abilities that you see our characters use in the openings or in the episodes are different abilities based on their breath style. These breath style techniques allow their user to manipulate themselves and their sword slashes in such an accurate way that the slashes literally exude the energy of the breath that the move is based on. So for example, Tanjiro's breath style is Breath of Water. If you watch the opening, you can see a few moments where Tanjiro completely coats his blade in some beautiful Japanese style water waves, and there's other parts where you can even see a whole water dragon. This is Tanjiro using the Breath of Water style's techniques, and that's what's important here. In the world of Kimetsu no Yaiba, it's not like these swordsmen are just fighting willy-nilly, swinging their swords at demons. Everything is measured. To learn one of these breath techniques, you have to go through extreme training or have a lot of talent, and to use the actual techniques associated with the style, you have to learn the swinging form by doing it over and over and over and over. Let's say that there are an average of 10 techniques per style. That means a swordsman has to master 10 strikes with such perfection that the sword strikes exude supernatural power. This power, again, comes from the characters controlling their breathing pattern in such a way that it increases the amount of oxygen in their blood to increase their power and speed to the same level as a demon's. Learning these techniques and breathing patterns is critical for anyone planning on defending themselves against demons, but the ones that would really find these techniques the most useful are the Demon Slaying Corps. The Demon Slaying Corps is an entire organization completely dedicated to keeping humanity safe from demons. They're not just some defensive force though, they also go out into the world and seek out powerful demons to kill in an attempt to rid the world of demons and ultimately draw out the king of them all, Kibutsuji Muzan, but there'll be more about him in the other video. The Demon Slaying Corps has been around for a long time, and although they're not openly acknowledged by the government, they're still allowed to operate. As you could imagine, they do serve a great service to the country. Within the Demon Slaying Corps are, of course, Demon Slayers. Demon Slayers are people who decide to dedicate their lives to killing demons. This could be because their family was born into the task of slaying demons, it could be because their family faced some sort of tragedy, or it could even be just because they enjoy killing demons. Anyone with the aptitude and determination can be trained and hopefully become a fully fledged Demon Slayer. Now, just like there are different levels to anything in life, within the Demon Slaying Corps and even amongst the demons, there are some who are cut above the rest. That's to say that there are some swordsmen amongst the hundreds of demon slayers that you'll find in the Corps that are worth more together than the rest of the swordsmen combined. These 9 powerful swordsmen are called the Pillars of the Demon Slaying Corps. Each of them are elite warriors, powerful enough to take on the upper level demons that roam the world and pose a huge threat. These swordsmen are masters of their breath styles, and they can all do some pretty incredible things. I don't want to get too deep into spoiler territory, but let's just take the one pillar that we know of already, the powerful breath of the water pillar, Giyu. Giyu shows up in the first episode, and his cool and calm demeanor instantly clues us in that he might be really strong. But then we see him swing his sword and cause a huge gust of wind, and we even saw him completely speed blitz Tanjiro when he grabbed Nezuko, so obviously there we saw that this guy is powerful. Remember how I explained that these breath of style breathing patterns are what gives characters superhuman stats and abilities in this world? Well, keeping up that breathing pattern is actually pretty taxing on the body, especially while you're in combat. It takes training to even be able to keep up a certain pattern of breathing and have it become a habit while you're in combat, or making certain alterations to do certain moves. Here we have an example of how talented Giyu and the other pillars are, because they've learned how to keep up these breathing patterns at full strength all day and all night. What's incredible about this is that they have to train their lungs to the point where they can breathe into a vase and completely shatter it with just their breathing. And then they have to train their body to have every one of their breaths have that same level of power. Doing this massively enhances their capabilities even higher than a normal swordsman or even a highly skilled swordsman who can't fully focus breath all day, and Giyu is one of the ones in the series that can. Along with this already great power and stat boost, Giyu has some awesome moves from the Breath of Water style that he can use to defend himself, move around, and to attack enemies with. Some examples of this are the Breath of the Water's second style Water Wheel, which is a jumping, spinning overhead blade swing. Another cool one is the 9th style technique, Water Splash. This one makes it so you basically don't need that much of a space or a foothold to jump off of something. Basically, it's just like how some bugs can walk along the water surface because they aren't breaking the surface tension, but instead it's with a swordsman. Giyu is so talented that he's even developed his own technique within the Breath of the Water style, but I'll let the anime show you how that one works when it's time for him to bust it out. So in review, Demon Slayers are people who dedicate themselves to the killing of demons, either to defend towns or for personal reasons. Some of these Demon Slayers join the Demon Slaying Corps, which is an ancient organization of skilled swordsmen with special abilities that know more about the demons than anyone and have a key mission in mind. Within the Demon Slaying Corps are pillars, which are 9 legendarily powerful swordsmen, and each of those people have different crazy abilities that come from their breathing patterns. Tanjiro is going to have to learn some of these abilities if he wants to live, and we're seeing him going through his initial Breath of the Water training right now in the anime, so make sure you come back here once the story has progressed a bit, because there's some things about the breath styles that I can't explain yet due to spoilers. Also, I'm sure you'd love to hear more about each of those super powerful pillar swordsmen, so stay tuned. For anyone else, make sure you go watch my other video explaining the demons so you get the full explanation on the two sides of this brutal conflict going on in Kimetsu no Yaiba, Demon Slayer. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, I'd really appreciate it if you liked and passed the video around so your friends can see it. Subscribe if this is your first time watching because I really love this series and I have a bunch of other videos planned for it. You just gotta be patient with me. Love you guys, this is Pineapple, I'll see you later, peace.